All right, so it is July 6th. Welcome to our Janus community call. Just as a reminder, this call is around everything that's kind of upstream, so we don't talk about, even though there's quite a few of us here from Red Hat, we're not talking about productization or Red Hat products. So I think I have been the only one who has currently added anything to the agenda at this point. As I mentioned a couple minutes ago, I know that there's quite a lot of people out due to 4th of July here this week. A lot of people take the week in the US, and then people are obviously starting with their summer vacations. So if anybody has anything they'd like to demo, talk about, request, please add something onto the agenda here. I think what I wanted to just kind of start with is just let people know that aren't like actively involved in our projects today what our roadmap is. So in the next quarter, Red Hatters who are working on Janus Community are going to be working on at least these 5 plugins. So a second version of the Tecton plugin, a second version of the App Topology plugin, also integration or a plugin with Ansible automation platform. So I should put Ansible in parentheses here. We also have associated issues inside of Git if you want to look at those. And then, you know, we are also going to have an ACR plugin for container image registry, as well as Nexus. So we'll be working on those. Again, for anybody who's new to this call, if you go to Janus IDP, our website, and then go to plugins, you can see what we have available today. We'll continue to update this with additional plugins, and as we add them here, we also end up adding them into, you know, the Backstage.io marketplace, or lack of better words, catalog over there as well. So those will also get integrated here. We've also had contributions from other Red Hatters that we have PRs up for a Kiali plugin, as well as for Modimo. So if anybody's interested in what we're doing there, you can take a look at those PRs. Or if any of the authors are here, they're welcome to share more information after I'm done. And then I also just wanted to kind of mention, we've got a couple other requests or ideas up for plugins. One is around a Rosa plugin, and I know Thorsten's going to be working on that, but so we have a multi-cluster plugin today, and that's if you're using OCM, you're able to see a list of all your clusters. But if you aren't, we're also going to provide a Rosa plugin, which will allow you to see a list of all your Rosa clusters, and then get that next level of detail of those Rosa clusters when you drill in. And then I also wanted to mention that somebody, and I don't know who this author is, somebody submitted this week, so I was kind of hoping that possibly that person was here. But it looks like integration with IDE and application modernization, possibly using MTA and dev spaces. So I don't know if anybody is here who might have entered that one. And if not, that's fine. We can add a comment to see if we can get some more details. Okay, so that's kind of like a quick update on kind of just awareness of what we've got going on. I don't know if there's anybody on the call who would like to talk about any new things that have been added to our showcase application, maybe. Or I'm trying to think, David, I don't know, possibly if you've got any additional, you guys have made any progress that you might want to share around the work that you've been doing, or anybody else on the call?
Yes, why not? On my side, I'm at the very end of writing unit tests for the basic of dynamic backend plugins support. And so in the coming days, or hopefully at the beginning of next week, I should be able to submit a PR to upstream. The goal is here that in upstream, if possible, we would get merged, even if it's in, you know, experimental status or something like that, or marked experimental in the README, but at least that we would have the basic mechanics merged upstream that would then allow enabling dynamic plugins, backend dynamic plugins on Janus, in fact. So mainly we need the main package and an additional CLI command upstream and then we can wire the whole on the Janus side.
Awesome.
That's the plan.
Great news. Great. Okay, thanks for that update. I don't know if there's anybody else. Yeah, we have a lot of people missing today. So usually the people who are presenting aren't here. So I don't know if there's anybody else who wants to talk about anything on the call. Christoph, maybe?
Yeah, well, we did an update to update the homepage and the tech radar page. So in the past, we extracted that data into a JSON file, but that was still hosted in the Janus instance. So now you can configure that from the app config and point that data to any external remote. So if you host that file to a S3 bucket or any other URL, you can just configure it in the app config, and then you will be able to change anything from the homepage and also the data in the tech radar.
I think if I remember right, for the homepage, what we have is we're providing the ability to kind of change this component here, this one with the accordions, right? So not add anything else. It's just like that first step of customization, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we'll add more things to the homepage, but currently that was more like our toolings and the links to our own instances. So now anybody can change it with their own URLs and add more tools, remove tools, rename, add categories. Everything is configured. You can configure everything there.
Awesome. Jason, I think you have, or did I see your hand go up?
Christoph just answered my question. I was going to ask, to what extent can you customize it? And he just answered it. So.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. And then I'm just noticing, though, this lighthouse one, I hadn't seen this before. So this is cool. Does anybody want to speak to this?
So this is so for the Lighthouse plugin, that would give you a report of your that would be for your web applications. So you need a service to be running, the Lighthouse service, that is not part of Janus, and then you will be able to see like the performance and a bunch of statistics from your web applications.
So is that just for clarification? That's this one here, I'm assuming. This guy here.
Yes, correct.
Okay, perfect. Okay, awesome. Good to know. Thank you. Okay. Excellent. Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a we have a new plugin which is right now under pipeline regarding to two things of the Lighthouse. So Lighthouse has two parts actually: Lighthouse CI server as well as the Lighthouse client-side application. So we have a plugin ready to represent that, like what is happening with the Lighthouse CI side of things. It will show you that like on your CI, like what happened for your last single page application, like what is the score of that application on basic different branches. Like you'll get many insights on your Lighthouse scores right now, like this.
That's awesome. So that's a custom plugin you guys have created?
Yes, this is a custom plugin.
That's great. And is that something that you guys think you might be willing to contribute back to Janus as well?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, great.
Yeah. So this is actually built in on top of the Lighthouse CI server, not the Lighthouse which is shown in before actually.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, that's good for us to look into as well. Yeah, if we can help you coordinate getting that, if you guys are ready to contribute that, definitely let us know. I know you're also working on the Modimo plugin as well, right? That's still up. I'm not sure that we've done all the PR reviews there yet for you. Yeah. So, yeah, I think just from on the Red Hat side, we were working on a release in the last week was pretty busy for us. So I'm assuming that we'll get back to able to do more PR reviews going forward now that we've got a little bit more time on our hands. So anybody want to ask any questions about the Lighthouse work that Arjun just mentioned? All right. Any other topics today that you guys would like to talk about? Ideas or anything? I know there's, if I remember right, even the upstream conversations that we've been having, I don't remember if they stopped calls for the summer, or it's just that a couple of the maintainers aren't going to be there for a month or so, right? So I don't know if those conversations are going to continue for the adoption, the SIGs. So David, I don't know, David, on your side, like, do you have any idea of how that work's going to be reviewed, or they kind of do we know how that will work during the summer?
I don't know, to be fair. I didn't get until now any comments on the backend plugins, dynamic backend plugins RFC.
Yeah.
So, we'll
I don't know when you
see
put that
what
in, but
directions on the upcoming periods. Sorry.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago, Patrick was saying that he was off, I want to say, for a month or two. So I imagine there's going to be some slowdown there too. Yeah.
Yes, I think so. And I think they postponed the SIG meetings as well. If I remember.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I don't see. Oh, somebody just put their hand up. Christian, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to introduce myself. I'm Christian Adams. I'm on the Ansible productization team. So, but I also work on the AWX resource plugin, which the downstream name is the platform resource operator. So I just I know that maybe a couple weeks ago, Ryan Cook did a demo of Backstage and the resource operator. So
Yes.
So he's going to be on PPL, and I just wanted to introduce myself as the maintainer of the resource operator. With a couple of other people on my team. So, as people start using it, if bugs are found, feel free to point me at them. Internally, I guess the best way to open it is in Jira as a AAP component issue, and then obviously on GitHub in the A2X resource operator issues there, definitely welcome, and I'll link that operator here in the chat.
I know we have like a smaller call today around an AAP plugin, so I don't know if you want me to add you to that.
Sure. Yeah, I would love to be.
I'll add you to that then. Perfect.
Awesome.
And then hopefully at our next community call, we kind of share what the results of that smaller call are, so people will know.
Awesome.
That's great. Well, thanks for joining. It's nice to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Okay. Anybody else have anything to discuss today? I'll put those items in our call in minutes as well. Cool. All right. Well, I don't have Tom to bug, or Andy Block, so I guess we'll have the call shorter today, and we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Thanks, everybody. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
That was good. See y'all.
Bye-bye.